Hey, what's good, everybody? I hope you're awake. It's 3 in the morning. It's almost 4 in the morning where I'm at now. But I had to make this video. I just saw this. I didn't watch the Oscars. I don't really watch all that kind of stuff. So I just happened to be on YouTube and I just saw this. Um Will Smith just went and he just went and slumped my man Chris Rock. And that's I mean, there's no way around that. That's what happened. He went and slumped him. But you know what? I got some opinions on this. Uh, you know what? The first thing we have to realize is Will Smith is a man, and you just you never just put your mouth. Look, I'll say this: if you decide to put your mouth on another man's wife, you call her name out any kind of way, anything could happen. That's what I will say. I'm not here to say that Will Smith was wrong or Chris Rock was wrong or any of that. But just know, when you speak on another man's wife, anything can happen. That's just what's real. That's just what it is. Um, we've seen Will Smith go through the whole entanglement situation and with Jada and his wife. And you know what? He we look, we all not slow, we all see that it's probably a tough time for him. You know what I'm saying? This is it's probably a tough, any kind of situation when his wife is on, is being talked about, or those kind of conversations that are being had about him or about his wife, about his family. That's got to be tough. I'm just saying, as a man, that's got to be tough. And I mean, I would say you would have to be strong to be in the limelight like that. And just to think about, what safe places does Will Smith really have? I mean, as far as like how there's really no place for him to really let out his real true feelings. What he does is, what I've noticed, and I'm sure everybody has noticed this, he smiles in front of the camera, he makes us laugh, you know what I'm saying? But behind all those closed doors, that stuff gotta eat him up. And and to a degree, I think we all can see that. I think to some degree that if you gotta be blind, to not be able to see that, you know, um, yeah, that's gotta be tough. And I'm not gonna lie, when he got up on that stage and he slumped it, you know, we all know why. Especially if you're a man out there, you know why. You know what I'm saying? You know why. It's no, it's really nothing you can say to really to really back up. We know Chris Rock is a comedian, it's his job to make people laugh. But hey, sometimes the jokes go wrong, and that's just part of the consequences. That sometimes that's what it is. Um, on one side, it the situation isn't good as far as it making it's not a good representation of black people and everything. But at the same time, we are human too, and uh, I don't think. I mean, when you're at the level that Will is at, I mean, we can never really understand what it means or how it feels to be at the level that he's at. You know what I'm saying? Making that kind of money. He's probably one of the most famous actors in Hollywood. Um, and to be at that height, but in a sense, he's still in a cage. You know what I mean? He can't act. He doesn't have the freedom to act out like everybody else has the freedom to act out. You know. So for him to walk up on that stage, he had to be bubbling inside. You know what I'm saying? He had to be. This is something that this isn't. I don't think he just got up on that stage and just decided to go slump him. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that's been in him for a while. You know what I'm saying? I think this is what this we were just he was just at his peak, he couldn't take it anymore. And that's what it just looked like to me. On another sense, honestly, he's a great actor. So the, when I first saw it, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought it was staged a little bit, but I kind of believe that it's real now. But at first glance, I thought it was a stage. I didn't think it was real. Um, I will say Chris Rock did kind of play it off as best as he could. He played that off, you know. Um, how else you gonna uh play off a moment like that and keep and have to still keep going because he still got to get paid and still got to make that money. So, you know, my hat's off to him, I guess, for for keeping it going and keep the ball rolling. I mean, that must have been a hard night for him, you know. But yeah, man. Yeah, this whole thing, it's sad. Um, you know, with this whole entanglement thing, uh, you know, I just feel like it just cast a real bad light on his family, and I don't think his marriage should be something that his family, his wife, sh- and that whole red table thing. I don't think that's something that should have ever been put on display because I think that's what led up to this. You know what I mean? And like your relationships are sacred, you know. Your relationships are sacred and you should always protect your relationship. And I think that's the man's job and the woman's job to protect your relationships. You know, it didn't have to go this far. He didn't have to. I mean, he could have been a joke. His wife could have been a joke. And if this, I think if this problem wasn't, if the whole entanglement thing had never came out like it did, and all their family business didn't come out the way it did, and you know all the news around that, I think that the joke that Chris Rock would have made, or any jokes that would have been made would have been fine and he would have laughed like everybody else and took it like everybody else. But when you add in all those other, you know, all those other issues and his life being on display like that, his personal stuff, you know, all his dirty laundries out there like that, and like he shouldn't be out there like that, you know. I think Jada needs to do a better job in protecting their relationship, protecting the secret, you know, the things that just them two are supposed to know. Their kids shouldn't need this stuff that even their kids might not should know that's between him and his wife. You know what I'm saying? So uh yeah, man. Y'all protect your relationships, y'all. People shouldn't be all in your relationships, you know. Uh that's just how I feel on that. You know, I want I'm trying to decide whether I should go into the whole entanglement thing. And I know it's been beaten like a dead horse. It's like trying to bring up something that's been talked about over and over again, but it plays a big role in this whole situation and why uh you know why we have this whole situation at the Oscars, um and why he blew up the way he did, you know. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see why he blew up the way he did. And yeah, man, I just hope that, you know, some healing and some therapy happens within their family, the Will Smith and his family. And yo, I just hope Jada decides to fall back more. And I think a lot of men, I'm not going to speak for all men, but at least for me, I was kind of glad to see him kind of stand up. I was glad to see him stand up for his wife because it did show that he does have backbone. Because I'm gonna be honest, through this whole Jada Pickett mess and this whole entanglement thing, it really made it seem like he didn't have a backbone, you know. And I feel like he was stuck in a corner where because he has so much success, he has more to lose, and he can't. In a sense, as a man, he has to show that he has a backbone. but because he's has so much success and he can lose a lot of things, just because he can lose a lot of deals, uh a lot of relationships that he has with different companies and different people, if he just blows up the wrong way. um he can lose he has a whole lot to lose if he blows up the wrong way and says the wrong thing, or you know what I'm saying. If he decides to talk the way he might really want to talk, he can lose a lot. But I know as a man, a lot of men probably wanted to see him uh be able to to stand up for himself and stand up straight up as a man. What else? I think, yeah, because the whole he's yo, we all know he's been emasculated so bad. Like really, really. The emasculation that he's taken on has been horrible. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like seriously, it's just been a bad look, and I do blame the whole red table thing. Uh, at the same time, uh, we f- at the same time, I kind of feel that he's partially maybe to blame. Uh, I don't know. We don't know how he acts in his home. We don't. We can only assume by the outcomes that are displayed. So it the whole red table just makes it looks like he's okay with that whole with all that nonsense. And I feel like a lot of that nonsense is really blowing up in his face right now. It's really coming back to bite him. um yeah, and I think that's sad. I think that's sad. And yeah, we need to really protect. That's how we got to protect our relationships, y'all. We really got to protect our relationships, and we can't let the world into certain parts of our lives. There's some things you can talk about, but there's just some things that you keep between the person that you love. If you love a person, you're supposed to keep their secrets, and they're supposed to keep yours. And that's how you protect your relationships, y'all. You can't let everybody in on every detail that on every detail in your relationships. Um, yeah, that's how I feel. And tell me how you feel. Just go, uh, yeah, go in the comments and let me know how you feel about this. I would love to hear your your comments. I know there was some people I saw some people had an issue with what Will did and said that he was in the wrong, and said that you know he should have never went that route. But you know what? I can't really say that because it's not like I don't think Will Smith planned to go up there and take him out like that. That wasn't planned. Unless it was scripted, which I don't think it was. I don't think he planned that. Um, so how can you can't it's hard for me to cast judgment on him because that was a moment. That was a moment. It was a play that he took. And I mean, what was he gonna do? Just sit there and just pretend like he's having a good time when he's really not? I mean, you know, and I'm sure there's a level of respect that Jada might have for him right now because of it, because of this situation. You know, think about that. So, and if you really look at think about the things that Will Smith has said. He's always said he like let's bring up one thing for just to make a point. He said that he was jealous of Tupac. You remember him saying that he was jealous of Tupac because he always wanted his wife to admire him the way she admired um Tupac. That's a big thing. And ladies, if you're out there, take note of that, because admiration is something that men crave. We crave that admiration and respect. Those are the two things. That's like when you admire a man and when you respect a man, it's the same as it's the same as love. It's the same thing, you know. So um I would, he craves admiration, and he craves it from his wife. And I think there's a possibility this situation might have got him some points with his wife. So in the morning tomorrow or today, he might feel somewhat sorry, but I don't think he's gonna have that much uh I don't think he's gonna feel sorry about this situation, really, honestly. I think he's sleeping good. He might be sorry that he did it in front of everybody, and sorry that he did it in the Oscar. Well, I don't know if he's sorry that he did it in front of everybody, but maybe he might be sorry that he did it at the Oscars, which isn't supposed to be, it's supposed to be a classy place, and he showed himself to be kind of unclassy, you know, by him doing that. But um, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Uh, and my man Chris Rock took an L this time, but he would have took an L anyway. He doesn't seem like a fighter, but in his defense, he didn't fall, so it wasn't too much of a. He took it on the chin and just kept it going. So you know, yeah. So that's what I got to say. Check out the description below. If there might be some good stuff for you below, if you're interested in stock, if you're interested in cryptocurrency, if you're interested in getting into the metaverse, check out the description below. Also, please like and subscribe to this channel. It'll really help me a whole lot, and I thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. All right.